So I saw this post on Instagram, and it covered a lot of things that many people thought was useless in school. Things that they learned and pretty much deemed as they got into adulthood, yeah, these things don't really matter. I'll be honest, I don't think memorizing states and capitals is the most useless thing in the world, because I feel like you have to know where you are at least. Like, if you don't know the capital of your own state, come on, bro. If you don't know that DC is the capital of America, I feel like to an extent this is actually meaningful. How to use the quadratic formula? I'm not gonna lie, I have not used this thing in a long time. Don't plan on it. Just beam that thing into a calculator or look it up on Google or ChatGPT and have it solve it for you, bro. No one needs to know how to solve that by hand. How to dissect an animal? Fun fact, I've actually never dissected an animal in school. It's literally never happened. I've done the whole put the strawberry in the back thing, get the DNA out of the strawberry by smashing. I've done that. But I haven't dissected an animal. That sounds disgusting. I know people who have, but I'm not doing that. Learning about Shakespeare is the most meaningless thing ever. Like, the dude's writing couldn't be that good. I read the stories and they're just like, it's just boring, bro. Like, can we please go to lunch? Can we go outside? Can we dismiss? Yeah, I actually agree with this statement. I don't think learning about Shakespeare is very valuable at all. Dude lived like 400 years ago. Like, come on. How to write geometric proofs. I honestly don't think I've ever done this either. Then again, I'm a mass communication student, so a lot of people would joke around and say I don't really learn anything. But yeah, I'm not doing that. I've never done that. How to use long division. I think if we were in like the 1910s, this would be very valuable. But like I said with most math, enter that thing into a calculator or ChatGPT and just give me an answer. I feel like it should be that simple. And work, when you go and work into the real force, they're going to want answers. They don't want you to sit there and solve the same problem for 15 minutes. They're going to be like, hey, bro, what's the answer to this issue? Like, just tell us. How to write in cursive. I actually learned how to write a little cursive in kindergarten. After that, I was just like, bro, it's just fancy labeled writing. And plus, we type now. No one writes anymore. It's the big 2-5. No one's picking up a pencil. Memorizing the digits of pi. 3.14159. I think those are the first couple digits. I don't know. But you see how I don't memorize them? Again, beat it into a calculator and move on. Memorizing the periodic table. I actually had to do this because I took an AP chemistry class. Literally the closest to the depths of Satan that I've ever gotten to. Literally the worst class I ever took. But anyways, yeah, you shouldn't have to memorize the periodic table, especially if you're not going to be a scientist or someone who needs science as a background. Again, I'm in communications. I haven't seen a periodic table since high school. Don't plan on using it. And then how to play the recorder. Fun fact, I was actually in chorus in middle school. That was fun. But playing a recorder, I've never even picked up one of those things. What do you guys think is the most useless thing you learned in school growing up?